Well, the Just list takes the 954 largest companies in America, and we rank them according to what the American public thinks is the most important issues with regard to what they want to see corporations do. So we poll the American public every year. We've been doing it every year since 2014. We take the results of those polls, and then we take those metrics, of which there are 20, and we rank every single company against those metrics. And what we're trying to do is to create a competition for goodness and let the free market, whether it's customers, employees, communities, manage it, whatever, providing them the information so that they can, again, probably corroborate what those companies are doing and move towards those companies that are more in sync with the values and the thoughts and the ideas of the American public. By the way, forgive me for not on the front end saying hello to you. It's such a great way to start the year. Seeing you as well, and I feel a little needy, if I'm being honest, that I wasn't part of the Joe and Becky and Andrew Grant reunion.
Well, thank you. Thank you for the comments, and Happy New Year to you. Before I get to Julie, one quick question. Alphabet's at the top of this list this year. What were the biggest shifts in terms of what you saw, what the American public, when you polled them, were thinking about, and how do you think that will reflect itself in terms of returns? Because one of the things that has been interesting is you've made the argument that the more just a company is, the better the returns ultimately will be.
Well, the data's been clear on that ever since we started polling. There's every single company that is in the Just 100, and particularly the top 20, of which Julie's company is one. They are really good on the most important metrics, which are generally pocketbook issues and worker related. The number one component is pay a fair and living wage. So all these companies pay extraordinarily well relative to the rest of corporate America. So by definition, when you see these companies in the top 10, they've got workforces that are taken care of by far and away on a variety of fronts relative to the rest of corporate America. The most important thing, though, is that being just and being in line with Americans' views on what is just is great business. It's fantastic business. These companies, on average, in the Just 100, earn 4.5% more than the rest of corporate America. They have so many things that they do, such as they give 19 times more to local communities. They emit 26 million tons less carbon than the rest of the list. They provide pay gap disclosure much more so than the rest of the list. And I think most importantly, their stock price generally outperforms the S&P 500, the Russell 1000, and they also pay 20% more in dividends. So there's economic and financial things that they do better on, and there are also social issues that set them apart in a way that make them the most valued companies in America. You can't have a value proposition for investors and shareholders in the long run unless you're taking care of and providing a value proposition for the other stakeholders, employees, customers, communities, the planet.
Paul, that's a nice segue for me to bring Julie into the conversation. Julie, you're number 17 on this list. You have a workforce of about 675,000 employees, and one of the most diverse boards, I should mention, in corporate America. I'm hoping you can maybe speak to those in the audience this morning, business leaders and others, who are skeptical about some of the priorities that may be listed here, where people say, is this just everybody trying to be woke, or is this marketing, or is this packaging? Because I think you've been thinking about this for a very, very long time.
Thanks, Andrew. It is great to be part of your reunion and great to be here with Paul, who I just want to recognize as an early leader in spotlighting these issues. I think Paul got it exactly right. This is great for business, not just good, but great for business and for our people. Let's just take the tight labor market. Last quarter, we announced we hired 50,000 people in a single quarter. We are a talent magnet, and we believe that that is very much related to the fact that people want to go to companies that create value, right? Who have the right pay equity, who pay the right salaries, but also lead with values, who have sustainability. So we've added $140 billion in market cap since the pandemic began, while meeting our commitment to get to 50-50 gender parity by 2025. We're at 46%. To be net zero by 2025, we're at 50% renewable energy in all our facilities. Our core business strategy is to not only do this for our stakeholders, but also for our clients. And we believe that our results are intertwined completely with our commitment to being a just company. And that's why these types of metrics are so important. And, I think it's exciting to continue to see that competition for goodness.